What were your thoughts when 50 Cent blamed the second season ratings dip on gay stuff?
First of all, you know, how you call them kettlebell black zones.
So, I mean, you're not insinuating that
he's gay?
Cent is...
Absolutely. I just never forget there was a vibe cover with him and Soldier that made Vivica A.
Call her no more. Oh, really? To stop calling. Really?
Well, what happened?
She told you to stop calling?
Years ago, Vivica Fox and 50 Cent went their separate ways, and while the breakup made headlines, it seems the past still echoes today. Vivica has openly admitted she's still searching for love, even making a lighthearted plea on national television for a good man by her side. Despite everything, their story remains one of those unforgettable chapters in Hollywood where emotions ran deep and choices had lasting impact.
You dating?
Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm wanting to date.
Yeah.
It's limited resources out there, right?
Yes.
Because I'm not getting on an app. I'm taking applications.
Oh, you
if
know,
you got a friend.
Okay,
I'm good.
We'll be all.
And I don't discriminate. I'm not against different nationalities. You know that?
Yeah.
To Christopher 6ix9ine Harvest.
I did.
And I guess you said you got married because everyone else was doing it.
I did. I mean, I hate to say that. I mean, yeah. Everyone was having their Cinderella day, and I just wanted one to be very honest with you. Why the marriage didn't last a long time is because I didn't take the time to get to know him. That I just really wanted, I felt peer pressure. And I had my Cinderella day. My sister, my brother, my niece, I got married on this beautiful staircase. Paparazzi, somebody from paparazzi fell out of a tree trying to get, pictures for it. I mean, it was beautiful. It was an InStyle magazine. I had my Cinderella day, but I should have honestly taken the time to get to know him a little bit better. I now to this day, with relationships, make sure that I take a little bit more time before I go so publicly with a relationship. It was a huge lesson for me. I mean, I was only married for two and a half at most. I think it was 3 years. And, I have no ill will against him. I just didn't know him. And so that's why the relationship didn't last.
Well, what was the final straw? Because you guys got divorced in 2002.
Yes. The final straw for me was, at the time he was a singer. And his group that he was in, they were supposed to have been signed with Death Row Records, yet another connection with Tupac and Death Row. And when Tupac got killed and everything kind of fell apart with Death Row Records, he didn't go out and then try to pursue things with the same drive that I had for my career. And, a woman doesn't like paying all the bills all the time. And I can only ask for help so many times before I had to come to the conclusion that I didn't want to be the breadwinner in this family. My mother didn't raise me to take care of a man. And that was the deciding factor.
So you were a sugar mama, basically.
I'm sorry?
You were a sugar mama, basically?
No, I wasn't sugar mama then.
No?
Nah, I might be a sugar mama now, which I make sure I don't ever do. But no, we were the same age.
Okay.
50 Cent is not someone you want to get on the wrong side of, because once you do, he doesn't let it go. Take the case of Diddy, for example. What started as a simple invite to hang out turned into years of relentless trolling. 50 took it personally and turned it into a mission that stretched over nearly a decade. Eventually, he even produced a full documentary called Surviving Diddy and locked in a deal with Netflix, making it clear that with 50 grudges turn into headlines.
Check this out. I just got this trophy. It's my NAACP award for power, stuff like that. Hey, best drama. Got that going. Well, I wanted to talk to y'all because I look in the comments and shit like that. If Vivica Fox shit, you look, and the girls will be like, oh, you must have had some bomb dick, or you must have been like this. Like, look, first of all, not after 14 years. No, not after 14 years. Okay, because if a nigga showed up talking about you had some bomb-ass pussy after 14 years, 14 years? You be done called the police on the nigga. Called your brothers and told your brothers to jump the nigga. Told your man, don't go on downstairs, get that, he downstairs, I don't know what he's doing down there. all of this shit for no reason. You would have been into all of this crazy shit, but the girls act like it ain't nothing when they do some shit like that. But if a guy do something like that, come on, you know what time it is. You gonna look like something wrong with him, right? After 14 years?
Alright, this is me doing black deadlift. Then you try to walk away with some cool shit. Like, I do this all the time. Yeah. I do this all the time, you know what I mean? Yeah. Anybody see that?
Listen, if you don't like my humor, just stay the fuck off my Instagram, man. I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. Motherfucker on here talking about I ain't cultured. I'm hip-hop cultured. You understand me? I'm hip-hop cultured. People.
No one really has the right to beef with 50 Cent because he survived what most couldn't. 9 gunshots, including one to the face, and still came back stronger. That kind of resilience isn't just rare, it's almost unheard of. Even elite soldiers don't walk away from something like that. So when it comes to 50, he's more than just an artist. He's a living reminder that some battles only build legends.
Think about the news breaking that 50 Cent involved this documentary series surviving to Netflix.
Man, I hope I never have to go to war with 50 Cent. That dude is a troll. That dude is he's the best. He's the art of war. He know how to go at it. But the way I understand it is he sold the rights, right, to Next Fleck. He had a bidding war and he sold the rights to all the different streaming companies that wanted to do it. It's going to be interesting to see what he gets. He can only do reenactments from the lawsuit. You can't get Cassie to talk about it. Trust me, Cassie can't talk about this publicly. He might can get law enforcement, might can get it, get her to talk on a jury stand or witness stand, grand jury or something like that. But just to go and do interviews, she can't do it. She probably can't even mention the name Sean Combs or any of his family members. Talk about anything. So, is it going to be Misa? I doubt it. It's hard for females that have kids by men to do these, to talk bad about their father, no matter how much of a douchebag he is. And so, who's gonna be the survivors? Is it gonna be Lil Rod? He's gonna get his bag eventually. Trust me. And he gonna have to sign, an agreement not to talk about it publicly. So I think it's just 50 jumping the gun, wanting to be a hell of a troll, and him being like me, very, very vindictive. I wonder if 50 a Leo like me. I gotta find out his sign because I swear me and him have the same traits. But I don't know who will be the victims. We know a young Miami, she finally done broke away. Saw that she unfollowed him recently. Misa, we know Kim Porter and her book. If you can get a hold of that. I just think a lot of it's gonna have to be reenactment. Or maybe our boy, because I know he likes Gene Deal and Gene Deal like him a lot. Maybe my boy Arthur Dialogue about to get rich and he licensed a lot of his footage from Art's channel. Or Mark Curry, whatever, he said. I'm just wondering where they're gonna get the footage from. Who are they gonna get to speak on that? Did 50 find the male escorts? Or it gotta be just reenactments from the different lawsuits. There's a new young lady that came out and filed a new lawsuit recently. Maybe it'll be worth her while just to tell her story and not, go through with the lawsuit, or at least sign an agreement and just be, man, I can't sign an agreement saying I'm not going to talk about it. The issue is we want to see the people, like we did on the Surviving R. Kelly. Y'all saw parents. Y'all got Art to talk a little bit. Y'all got, R. Kelly to talk a little bit. Y'all got footage of things that had happened. It's gonna be interesting to see what 50 could pull out to really make a good showing, because that shit that we saw on Tubi, a lot of people thought it was good, but I didn't personally care for it. But even though fucking TMZ, we'll be getting contact real soon, because we just noticed, John and I just discovered that y'all did use some of our footage with WAC 100 on that show, and y'all ain't contact us. Y'all know y'all can't be licensing stuff without, or putting stuff in TV shows without it getting licensed. So that's where I think 50 gonna go. He's gonna go the reenactment thing from reading things. And are y'all gonna be happy with that? Are y'all gonna want to see reenactments, or are you gonna really want to see live footage, live interviews? That's gonna be a challenge. But 50 got the resource. He has the writers that can put it together, and I'm sure he's gonna make it good. If it's anything that he has done, if it's like anything that he has done, because I remember when I was away for a little while, it was a show on ABC with that dude that got sentenced with life. And we used to sit around the table watching that, waiting for that to come on every night, or Monday night or Tuesday night, whenever it came on. And so everything, and it didn't come on or get a second season, but everything he has touched, I love the Power, I love the Kanan, I love BML. It's not too much that he hasn't done as far as TV series that I haven't enjoyed. And so he would be the perfect person for it. It'll just be interesting to see if he'll be able to, or how he's...
Diddy tried to get back at 50 Cent by bringing his baby mama on board as a former Southeast employee, but the move didn't go as planned. Instead of shaking 50, it barely made a dent in his armor. If anything, it only added fuel to the fire, showing once again that when it comes to playing mind games, 50 stays one step ahead.
Oh, yeah.
The fight in Vegas, were you there for that?
Nah, I wasn't there for that. Kane, my other cousin Killer, was there for that. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If one of us would have been there, like, you know what I mean? He had his brother with him, Kane. He had Killer with him, Kev. You know what I mean? It's cool. I ain't saying that he won't do that. But if one of his actually boys was there, me, Nick, Reek, or whatever, like, it wouldn't have been, he wouldn't have been fighting Ray J. You get what I'm saying? Like, for Fab to even be fighting at that point, like, come on, what are you doing? You know what I mean? But he had to fight with Ray J, and that's Ray J. You know what I'm saying? But still, if somebody else was there, Ray J, it wouldn't even been no Fab fighting. Like, Ray J would have been knocked out before he even said another word. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that happened, and Ray J was just doing a lot of bluffing. That's all he was doing.
So all that started over a tweet, right?
Yeah, or something like they was in Floyd house and Ray J was on the piano or something. Fab a jokester and made a joke and all that, and Ray J being high on all these pills and all that took it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And thinking that he trying to clown him, and then he rolling with, he thinking he was the money team at the time. And he feeling pumped up, money team, Floyd there, 50 there, he trying to show off. So that's another good reason that he lucky, like, another dude with Fab wasn't there, because you want to show off for Floyd and 50 and them, watch this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he lucky about that, so it worked out for him.
I didn't know Floyd and 50 were there.
Yeah.
They were actually there at the fight.
Yeah, they was actually right there. I just seen some footage of them really actually fighting recently, and Floyd and 50 right there. I'm like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was right there. So that's what it made it would have made it even worse. But when that happened, it was just like, it wasn't nothing. Fab
Ray J wasn't, you know what I'm saying? That's Ray J, you know what I'm saying? Like, Fab been through more realer shit than that, you know what I'm saying? So, Ray J, like, that ain't, you know what I'm saying? A godson of fucking, you know what I mean? That wasn't nothing.
Yeah, were you guys were surprised, I take it, that it happened?
Yeah, I was surprised. I'm like, damn, Ray J trying some shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I know he gotta be on drugs, Ray J, because you already know about street family and what dudes is capable of or whatever. You just know what it is, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I said. He on drugs, he high, he got Floyd there, he got 50 there, and he feeling, you know, invincible. So, you know, Fab, you know, put some paws on him real fast, and that was it. Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you the one that when we first met the Rolling 60s, we never knew about these guys, like, you know? So Fab had the Tit for Tat video shoot, you know, produced by Pharrell, you know, Tit for Tat, whatever. And it's in LA, like in a warehouse or whatever, this and that. So we in LA, we at the warehouse, you know, Jermaine Dupri there, Game there. This is before Game was blown up. He was signed to Dre, but he was like on the shelf. Jermaine Dupri, Pharrell, Game, they was there. So we get there, you know, it's chilling, regular vibe. We doing a video, like I'm in a video as well. We doing this. Next thing you know, our boy comes to me, because they had like curtains and stuff, the block off certain areas. So I remember eating my food, and my boy Shaq come and say, yo, open up the curtain, say, yo, it's about to go down. Close the curtain back. So I'm like, I didn't know what he was talking about. Go out there, open the curtain. And I promise you, it was about 50 dudes, man. Guys, girls, and it's the Rolling 60s. We don't know who the fuck these people are. When I say deep, deep, Little X is doing a video shoot. So when I say they all over the place, like the girls is fucking with models and they eating food, they sitting in Little X director's chair, like they had the whole, you know, we were surrounded by these dudes and we didn't even know. They was there for a while. And it was like, wow. And it was like, yeah, they came to the video shoot to see what's up, like to try to shut shit down and rob whoever, but Fab was good people. So Jermaine Dupri just left, Pharrell just left, and Game just left. Like, I promise you, if any one of those guys was still there, it would have been trouble. Because everybody was there with like one security. Game didn't have security, he was like with his boy. Jermaine Dupri had one security, and Pharrell had one security. That wouldn't have mattered. So those guys just left before the Rolling 60s popped up. So when the Rolling 60s popped up, you know, they there, this and that, Fab, what's up? You know, what's up, security, you know, gotta get better security, you come to LA, this and that. You know what I'm saying? So one of Fab's securities, like we had to do like New York, and then we had to do that every time we go out there, he's OG named Ice, you know what I'm saying? So he well known. And somebody made a call to like the big dogs of the Rolling 60s, and they called them dudes like, yo, listen, Fab good money. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing over there? So somebody convinced them, doing their magic, convinced them to come to the video shoot saying it's a lick. But they ain't know who it was for. So now they made the call like, listen, it's Fab over here, nigga, good. And then they made the call to the dudes on the set like, listen, get out of there. Fab good peoples, man. Like, what y'all doing? Like, you know, so they in there like, yo, Fab, you good, blah, blah, blah. The security right here, nigga hit him with some tissue. Wanted to see get a reaction out the security. The tissue hit him in the face and just rolled down. They wanted a reaction, but he did the smartest move ever. He just laughed and just, you know what I mean? Because if he'd have pulled any move, it would have been a bloodbath for me. It was one way in, one way out. So they just talking, yo, Fab, yeah, this and that. So, you know, they rolling out. So as they leaving out, as they go outside, some shots go off. I guess somebody came, did a drive-by, whatever. Shots go off. Now some members come back into the studio, on the set, hopping, like they got shot. And that's when Little X shut down everything. We shutting this shit down, we're going back to New York to finish the video shoot. And that's the first time that we ran across the Rolling 60s. I'd never even heard of these dudes. But when I seen them, I was like, holy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
As it does seem, as the days go on, to have a high probability of being accurate, or at least some of the stuff being accurate. I'm gonna say alleged, because in the lawsuit, it is alleged that 50 Cent, his ex, who goes by the name of Daphne Joy, who is a model, and I believe they have a kid together, was named as a quote-unquote sex worker for Diddy. That prompted 50 to go after her, and apparently they're like in some kind of custody battle now over their kid. I just wanted to get your thoughts on, 50 always trolled him, but what are your thoughts now that it looks like, according to the lawsuit anyway, they took a shot at his ex?
Yeah. Well, 50, he learned that from 50. Don't y'all remember what 50 did with Rick Ross' wife? And how he trolled Rick Ross? So he got that from Rick, from 50, I think. Or unless she just outright, straight up just like being around those type of men, men that, in the music business, or that's successful, or that can buy her a nice purse or whatever. But, because she obviously was getting paid. I'm sure if 50 was just giving her $10,000 for child support, she's doing all right. She can do all right. Or, she just like to have sex. I don't know. But yeah, I think Puffy only gave her that job because he was paying back 50, because 50 been trolling Puff for a while. Y'all know that. Or Diddy. I forgot he changed his name to Diddy. And so I would never go to war with 50 Cent. 50 Cent can call me every name in the book, because that nigga's the ultimate troll. I still laugh when I need a laugh. I go and watch when he posted that online about Floyd Mayweather and the book and the reading and stuff. I've been telling y'all, 50 and Snoop are great Instagram followers. But ooh, that's another person that's probably shitting too, huh? Snoop Dogg, forgot about Snoopy. But anyway, yeah, it's unfortunate that 50 had to go through that, but I don't blame Puff. That's how I would get him back too. I would have hired her too if I had money like that. And 50 know what he did it to Rick Ross. When he took his wife shopping and did an interview and exposed him about being a cop, which shit, I don't see a problem with that. Don't understand why you youngsters had a problem with that. But okay, I got it. Y'all hate the police, all right. But you should only hate crooked cops, not because there's some good cops out there. But hey. That was what I get from it. Payback is a mother. Y'all call it karma, we call it payback. And I think that's what's going from that, and that's what happened. I hope it turns out that she was just had a job and it's not true, and people just making the allegations against people. Because I know my girl Capricorn worked over there, and I know she wasn't doing nothing like that with him, so everybody that was employed by him wasn't doing that. That just goes to show you, though, that these people are not going to prison for nobody. Gene Deal told y'all. Didn't y'all hear Gene saying, if they ask, we're telling. And that's pretty much how people think. And that don't have this quote snitching or gang, all you tough guys on the keyboards and all of that. Once you set in that table or that tape, y'all go watch 48 Hours and y'all see what people does. Get diarrhea out the mouth. And that's what's going to happen with Puffy. A lot of people going to get contacted. They're going to be contacting a lot of people. And hopefully some of them was just actually workers. And but hey, 50 been trolling Puffy. And so he was supposed to did that. I would have did that if I had the money to hire somebody and play with their ex-wives.
But I want to ask you, Greg Caden, right? How you feel about him saying that he feels like Keefy D, he's going to cut a deal?
If anything could keep Keefy D out of jail and he has to cut a deal, it depends on what that deal is. It depends on what the deal is. Greg Caden, and I know you said that you don't want me to see, but when somebody repeats something of somebody who was proven a liar, that was proven that he gave felonious and false information, somebody who doesn't know anything about the culture and has ate off of it more than anybody who was in the culture, then I have a problem with answering questions when somebody just blatantly just tell lies. Now, Keefe D, from my perspective, he had everybody thinking that he was given a proffer agreement. And we come to find out he was never given a proffer agreement. Not a legal one. That the LAPD, that the Las Vegas Police Department is not using anything that was told by Greg Kading. But here we got the New York Times and everybody quoting him. When his own agency would not use the information he brought to them to bring anybody to justice. What we need to do, and I've said it this before, you always follow the money. You mention the money. You mentioned that Puff said that he was going to give somebody $1 million. I told you I seen a check for $1 million. Zip pulled it out of his right back pocket and showed it to us. What's the check for? Now, he told us for a record company. The record company was tied to Barry Hankerson and Jimmy Henchman. Blackground Records. So, why did you give Zip $1 million? Show where he earned $1 million for a record company.
So my question to you is this, right? If the feds subpoena you to testify that you've seen the check, would you do it?
If the feds subpoena me, I have the right to invoke my constitutional right. Whether I saw the check or not, whether I'm willing to speak on it or not, is based on what I'm willing to do at that time. I don't know if I go. I don't know if I'll invoke my constitutional right and stay mute for the life of the trial. They can hold me into contempt. But what's wrong with saying I saw a check that somebody showed me for $1 million? I said it on YouTube.
Do you think it's possible that they can tie Diddy to it?
What happens is that Keefe D has to prove to the jury and to the judge them that he had a relationship with Sean Puffy Combs. And in that relationship, he was hired to do a hit on an individual. He has to prove that not only that he was willing to do it, that he was given an incentive of $1 million to have it done. Now, whether he got the $1 million or not, it don't make a difference. It don't make a difference if he got a dime. He has to prove that that conversation happened and he was willing and able to take care of it. So now, once he proves that to the prosecution and the jury, then they can go after Sean Combs, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Brother Love, the Diddler. They can go after him for the murder of Tupac. Not until he can prove that what he's saying is true.
Would you testify against Diddy when it comes to his character? Like him hitting females and stuff like that?
I can only testify for stuff I've seen after the fact. Going to the hospital, them talking about it. Me seeing her and saying that she had bruises on her. Me seeing that his arm is bandaged up and bloody. I can only go by me coming back to work and somebody telling me during the week, yo, him and Kim had a big fight. He didn't act like that in front of me. I wouldn't allow him to. No matter who he thought he was. It's certain people he just didn't do things in like that in front of.
And you willing to testify?
If I am subpoenaed and face being arrested, then I would evoke my constitutional right, or I would decide maybe I would testify. I haven't made up my mind. I haven't came to that point.
But if you did testify, would you be concerned about the backlash you would get? People calling you a snitch or stuff like that?
Bruh, how am I a snitch? I've been in law enforcement for 27 years. Some people, I had to write reports on. And some people I had to fight so reports wouldn't be written on them. So, am I concerned about what ignorant people say?
You feel me, eyes, brother, eyes, I get you. You know what I'm saying, so check it out. It's me, Tyrese Ray J, and F. Gary Gray. Now you know I'm the type that loves variety, man. I'm drawn to the unpredictable, to those real different vibes. You know what I'm saying, the energy gotta be fresh and raw. We'd love to hear what you think about all this, so don't forget to like and subscribe.